Alright, so last episode again, Season 2, we're making two big signings here. We're signing two Frenchmen. The first one being Chevalier here, joining here from Lille to be our new shot stopper. The young 23-year-old shot stopper will be great for us. Also, Ekitike, signing from Frankfurt here to be our new number 9. Alongside Hugo Dorian in the team, giving some competition for him in the first team. I just see we picked up our first 3 points of the season here, up against Elche here. Fairly comfortable win up against them. We did concede a weird goal against them, but we did end up getting a 3-0 win, 3-1 here, sorry, with Correa got the goal, and then also towards the end of the game here, we scored another goal with Sinistera, making it 3-1. And then after a 0-0 draw against Osasuna, stepped up against Atletico Madrid, looking to prove ourselves that we are one of the best teams in Spain now in this series. And Jose Guedes scored to make it 1-0. And later in the game, we scored this great goal here, great ball through into Ekitike to make it 2-0. Pick up a win against Atletico Madrid. Get into today's episode and make another big signing for this team. And starting off today's episode for 20 million, we're bringing Ismail Yüksek in from Fenerbahce. Technically, but only because it's where he moved to win the series, but he is a Fenerbahce player I role. The 26-year-old 79-rated Turkish midfielder will take it from Havigera in the first team and will be a good quality player for us in the team. We'll see a 26-year-old experienced player, has been in the Champions League for a couple of seasons with Fenerbahce, so he's got experience in there. And also, we are in the Champions League for the first time in a long time with Valencia this season. Ismail Yüksek here joins us for Valencia for 20 million on deadline day. He'll be a big signing for us in this team. Up against Getafe here, we picked up a 2-1 win for Havigera and Hugo Dorian scoring goals in this one to get us 3 points away from home against Getafe. And for our first game back in the Champions League here with Valencia, we take on Benfica here away from home for the first game of the league phases. Getting to this one, I said no Diego Lopez in the right one. Once he's out injured for 3 months, so we're going to miss him for a good period of time. Unfortunately for us, he's gone down a -1 already as well. To a 79, so it's not great for us. It was 80 rated before his injury. We'll probably go down another, maybe wanted to stay at 79 at least. Him going down more would be awful for us, possibly make it forcing into another signing in the future. But Sinistera plays on the right hand side due to his injury. It might give a few chances to Fran Perez as well. Whilst that injury, see what he can do. Whilst Sinistera is the favourite for that position right now. So Yüksek making his debut win this one. Let's get into this as he partnered up with his former Fenerbahce teammate in Ustavoda in this position here. So let's get into this game against Benfica and hopefully get our first 3 points of the league phase here in the Champions League. Moved there for the Turkish midfielder. That's good defender from Jose Guedes. Loved that from him. So the good stuff for us in this game. Obviously an early chance and some good defenders so far. Ekitike overlap here to Ansu Fati, who's now 80 rated in this series. He cuts inside Ansu Fati. Good control from him. He shoots and he scores a great goal there. A fantastic pace finish there from Ansu Fati. Makes it 1-0 Valencia in the first 10 minutes of the game. Away at home at Benfica. It's been a great start for us in this one. Jose Guedes making the interception to get the ball back for us on the counter. We score here. Trubin couldn't save this one. He made a save earlier. But here, Ansu Fati cuts inside and just places it into the far corner. Trubin almost gets a hand to it, but can't do so. And Ansu Fati makes it 1-0. What's the attempted pass? Here goes Ekitike. Ekitike driving through the Frenchman. Still going here. Ekitike shoots and it's denied by Trubin. And no penalty given there against Araujo. Lucky for Benfica. That could have been a possible pen. Correas. Here to the Turkish winger here. At the Toglu. Doing quite well for himself here. And there is a great challenge from Mosquera. So he has been such a great defender for us in this series. Oh no, what have I done there? But thankfully he intercepts us. Hoping we could play some quick football there. But it almost went against us. But thankfully we'll get the ball back. Well, he's at Di Maria. That's going to be a free kick though. Oh, great play there from Ekitike. Through to Oscar should make it 2-0. And Oscar does so. And where the Ekitike has been more of a creator for us in that striker role. He's only scored 1 goal, I believe, for us in a played game. I'm not so sure if he scored in the sim game here or there, but in the played game, he's only scored 1, I believe, and that was last episode. Against Atletico Madrid, if I'm not mistaken. But he gets the assist. It's been like multiple times for us already. Playing a good through ball through. And Oscar Glauch the cam. It should be the other way around. The cam to the striker. But Oscar Glauch makes it 2-0. The pass is meant for Ansu Fati, but Oscar Glauch made the run. I think Ansu Fati may have been offside. But it's 2-0 here to Valencia. If we score 1 more goal, or when we get to half time, if Benfica haven't scored a goal, and we'll waltz the rest of the game and get into our next game, which I think should be a big one against Barcelona, if I'm not mistaken, after submitting a bunch of games in between. There's Atikoglu, Pavlidis. It's good defender in there though. Mosquera. In here to Oscar Glauch. In here to Hugo Ekitike Ansu. Pepper, no, you can't call it. You can see him literally should have played the ball over the top there. You can't call it there, referee. I mean, it's 2-0. They've not had a single shot. We're going to sim the rest of the game, but I've got a weird feeling that they're going to get a draw. It's a 4-0 win in the end, actually, with Oscar Glauch, Ekitike, scoring 2 more goals in this game. Let's see, it's a 4-0 win and the first 3 points of the group stage of the Champions League. I believe our next game we're going to play is against Barcelona, and hopefully can get revenge for that 3-0 loss they handed us last season. And up against Cadiz at home, Hugo Doris for the hat-trick in this one to get us another win in La Liga. However, away at home against Vallecano, our first team held to a 2-2 draw with Jose Guy and Crea getting the goals in this one. And up against Mallorca, our second team get a win here with Guedes and also Sinister off the bench, coming on to score a goal. And up against Inter here in the Champions League, we'll pick up a 2-1 win here with Ansu Fati and also Oscar Glauch scoring goals in this one to get us another 3 points in the league phase. And like I mentioned, the next game here is going to be away at home in Barcelona against Barcelona, obviously. And for this game, we're going to play in our home kits. I think the second kit and the third kit are going to be a bit clashing here, as you'll see. So we're going to play in the home kit against our home kit as well. Obviously, last time we played Barcelona was at the start of last season. And we picked up a 3-0 loss to them. So we're hoping to get revenge of them. Obviously, last season we didn't play any of the top teams. After that, we didn't play Real Madrid, we didn't play Atletico Madrid or Barcelona. We literally didn't play against the top 3 until we could prove ourselves to be part of the top 3 like we did last season. So we already beat Atletico Madrid this season, last episode. So hopefully in this game we can defeat Barcelona, hand them back a loss that they did last season for us. When the main players that scored against us, I said Rafinha scored once and Lewandowski scored twice. Speaking of Barca scoring, here's Fermin Lopez and Chevalier. A good save. I see Fermin's a very, very good young talent. There's Lamine Yamal, the best young talent in the world. Or then maybe Ryan Cherki. I see Lamine is a younger player, so he does take the younger talent thing better, and he's playing at a higher level, I guess you could say. But Oscar Glauch out wide looking for Ansu Fati. And Fati here. Looking for Ekitike, but there's good defending now against him. Held off there by the number 2 for Barca. So Rafinha, I'm recording this today that Barca will play Real Madrid in the Copa del Rey final. That's a few hours away for me. And I will be watching that game. And hoping that Barca do win due to obviously Real Madrid crying about referees. It will be a bit poetic if Barca do end up winning anyway. You would expect Barca to win the game with the form they're in currently as Ansu Fati. There's Pep. So this game already has been just kind of even. Here's a guy gets all the way to the Lamine, but thankfully Yuksek wins it back. Oscar Glauch here to spin. Frankie doing his so could he play it through to Sinistera? Yes, he does. Sinistera to make it 1-0. He shoots low, but to Stegen makes the save. I thought if I go for the low driven shot, he wouldn't be expected it, and he almost didn't make the save. There's Lamine Yamal. We can't really let him get going. That's great defending from Jose Guy against him. Jose Guy so far in this game has been incredible for us. Here's Ekitike to make it 1-0, but that's a good save into Stegen. And Gerard Martin into Konate. Here into Frankie de Jong. Now Fermin to Rafinha. And Crea, incredible interception. And here's Sinistera. Back to Crea. Loses that to Gerard Martin. He's a very, very good midfielder in this game. Oh, no. Here's Lewandowski. Shoots, and that's good defending from Mosquera. And Chevalier catches that one. So Crea on the other. Crea is offside, though. Is he offside? No, Ian. We've got advantage for something. I'm not too sure why. That was so confusing. Here's Ansu to score against his former team. Can he do so? No, he can't. No penalty given. No. But that was so confusing. The linesman lifted up his flag to signal the advantage where it looked like he said that Crea was offside. And now Sinistera. Lovely bit of skill there from him. Inside now is the Colombian. Look driven to Stegen, says it with his feet there. Doing well. Ball back here. There's Fermin Lopez, got let him shoot. Good block there from Mosquera. And we can get the ball to Ansu here. See Ansu against his former team, wanted to score against them and prove himself. Good ball through though into Ekitike. Ekitike. Can he make it 1-0? Ekitike low driven and he scores. And Ekitike takes the bow in front of the Valencia fans who are travelled to this game here. And it's 1-0 here towards us to see it on the hour mark. We take the advantage, or take the lead in this game. We have been the better team, I would say, in terms of attacking wise. Both teams have been good defensively, but we've been the better team, I would say, overall in this game. We've had the opportunities, we just haven't scored. And finally, the low driven shot beats the Stegen into the far corner. And it's 1-0 Valencia here. Obviously, we know how good Barca can be. They scored 3 goals against us last season. And with the players like Yamal, Lewandowski and Rafinha, they can definitely score a few goals in this one. Speaking of Rafinha, there he is. That's a good work there from Mosquera and Correa working together. If we can make it 2-0, I'll be much more comfortable in this game. Sinistera. Osteglacci for 2, just saved it again. I keep going for low-driven shots because I feel like it's going to make it awkward for us to stay again instead of going for a normal shot. Ball into the box, towards the Lamine Yamal, hits it, and that's going to be apparently not offside against Lewandowski. Oh, he ended up blocking the shot anyway. That's all that matters. His shot from the Yamal turned into a pretty good pass. In the end, it's good work there from Sinistera. Sinistera now doing well. Sinistera, but there's Van Dijk. So we're not going to get too disheartened. There's Juxek, good work from him. The way it's gone in this game. Yamal, but there's Jose Gaya stopping him. The experience there versus the pace of Yamal, but the experience went out of the battle there. Oh no, Barca's press has got to us there. I'm actually annoyed at that. I actually am. They haven't looked like scoring. This might be their second shot of the game, genuinely. And a pass that should have just worked. You know, why is my player not reacting to the pass? It's not going to show it, but for some reason, I was trying to pass it to Juxek there. He just didn't react to the ball coming at him. He just let it get intercepted. Pepelu into Ansu. Can he be the hero against his former team? But first he's going to beat Van Dijk and Jules Koundé, and he can't do so. He beat one but not the other. Only 1 minute added on. I mean, to be fair, the ball hasn't really gone out, but Yamal, it's a 1-1 draw. I need to see the stats, because I do think this game was actually all us, stats-wise. Yep, I mean, they had 6 shots, but nothing really, they weren't really the best shots, to be fair, but we should have won the game. A late error cost us in this one, and that's the difference between being a good team and a great team, I guess. You can't make those errors late in, and we shouldn't have done so, but it is where it is, and we get a draw against Barca. It's better than a loss, but we should have got 3 points. And up against Real Sociedad here, we're picking up a 3-0 win with Hugo Dora, Sinistera and Ekitike getting us to 3 points in this game. And back in the league phase of the Champions League here, we'll pick up a 3-3 draw with Emery Moore, I believe, getting a late goal for them. I believe that's Emery Moore playing for them. They've got Conor Bradley as well in their team. Interesting team. Dusan Tadic was your threat there. But Fran Perez Guedes and also Hugo Dora score for us in this one. But unfortunately, that late goal there from Emery makes it 3-3, and it's a point apiece for both teams. And back in the league here in the Liga, it's a 2-1 win for us with Guedes and Ekitike scoring to get us a win. And up against Girona here, we'll pick up a 3-1 win here with Sergi Canos scored a goal, and also Fran Perez and Diakabi getting the other ones in a 3-1 win over them here. And up against Leverkusen here, we'll pick up a 2-0 win with Ekitike and Osteglacci getting the goals in this game to get us a 2-0 win against this team. We, a few weeks ago, did a chroma, but if you want to check it out, feel free to do so. It was a fun chroma to do, and I recommend you check out the other chromas I do on the channel. There's a bunch of playlists you can check out, and you can do so after watching this video if you want to do so as well. Free, and I would really appreciate it, basically. And up against Real Betis, it's a 3-1 win for us with Hugo Doro and also Ekitike and Osteglacci scoring in this game. And for the final game against for today's episode, we're going to take on Real Madrid at Bernabeu, a team we didn't face last season due to them being a level above us in the league. So they didn't end up winning the league. They finished second behind Barcelona, a team we should have beaten in this episode. We got a 1-1 draw against them, unfortunately for us. But getting to this one though, against Carlo Ancelotti's men, and that's them Mbappe, Vinicius Junior, Rodrigo, Jude Bellingham, and more. We're going to have to try and beat here to prove that Valencia are here to stay in the top flight. Well, not the top flight, but in the top 3 of the league, because we currently are first in the league, if I'm not mistaken. We're either first or second, depending on the results in recent game weeks. It's not really checked, but I think we are first going into this one. And I believe Real Madrid are currently 4th in the league in this game, in this series right now. Obviously, last season we didn't play against Real Madrid due to them being technically in-game better than Barca's team. So Barca beat us 3-0, so it's kind of worried that when we took on Real Madrid, we got bad by them. But so we ended up finishing 3rd in the league, and not that far behind them, to be honest, in the end. Osteglacci and Madrid are already causing some issues. Ekitike is in it. Ekitike shoots and it's 1-0 Valencia. The defence just opened up for us. And Ekitike has only probably got about 45 minutes in because he is tired. He played a few games for France in between. The last game was Simd and this one here, which I didn't take into account when I did his training plan completely. I forgot that there's going to be some international football that he would have been away on. But he scores here. in the first 5 minutes of the game and makes it 1-0 here to Valencia. And what a way to start this game for the Frenchman and for our team. Now, I've made some bold claims that defending against the likes of Gabriel Jesus is easier than harder than defending against Mbappe. So I've got to prove that in this game. Ansu, running back the years when he played for Barca and he destroyed Real Madrid. I think he did that at one point, right? He did have a good game against Real Madrid at one point. Here's Ansu, hits it from range. Ansu Fati hits the ball of Real Madrid. Speaking of Real Madrid, header coming in the attack here. Here's Mbappe. There's Oosterwolde defending him. No that from the Dutchman. Now here's Ansu. On the turn, that was meant for a midfielder, but for some reason didn't go good defending there from Oosterwolde. But here he comes again, Vinicius on the attack. It's good defended again though against him. It's going to be a corner. It's going to be a goal kick actually. Incredible defending there from Masquera and Correa back to back there. Into Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe. Oh, Pepelu. What a challenge. Mbappe who, honestly, that could come back to bite me in this game, but hopefully not. Here's Ansu. Oh, Jonathan Target defending. We know how good he is from the Leverkusen series when we did use them. That's somehow not been intercepted as Vinicius. Mbappe. It could be the moment. Now it's going to return to haunt me. That what I just said. Chevalier denies this for the Frenchman. No great save. Camavinga wins it back. And it's going to go out here to Rodrigo. Rodrigo shoots Chevalier. Good save. But Rodrigo skips the challenge. Oh no, I'm not liking this. Here is Jonathan Tah who shoots. And that's Chevalier. Would have saved it again. And now we can counter here. Ansu Fati here as a player in the centre to play it into. It's going to be Oscar Gosh for 2-0. Chevalier made 3 important saves at the other end, back to back. And Oscar Glausch makes it 2-0 at the other end. With Ansu Fati getting the assist, reminding Real Madrid fans of who he is and the talent he does have. And Oscar Glausch scores here at the Bernabeu to make it 2-0. And I'll see for the second look at the bring on Hugo Dora, I believe actually came through the Real Madrid Academy, if I'm not mistaken. He did score against them IRL recently as well to get Valencia, I believe, a draw, if I'm not mistaken, against Real Madrid IRL, maybe a win. I remember seeing that he did score a big goal for them just before we started this scrum. Here's Mbappe though. Rodrigo, Mbappe's got to score here. Knew it. It's 2-1 just before half time. They got to score. So before he got injured, I was playing some great football here. So Hugo Doro, who also came for their academy, and Courtois somehow denies in there, should have gone for the bicycle kick. What is it with teams we're playing against, like making defensive changes, like centre backs? Like they've taken off, I believe, Jonathan Tah, or their other defender Vinicius is on board. Mbappe, 2-2. They've turned it on. They have turned on the switch, and Mbappe is now actually playing like Mbappe. Oh, go on, Lopez. Oh, great play. Hugo Doro misses. He should have scored. Ansu. The other like to Jose Gaya. Back stick looking for Lopez. Lopez wins the header, but it's wide of the post to return the ball to him. Oh no, Vinicius. Masquera, good challenge there. And Ismail Yuksek, good control. Lopez, who's been lively since coming on. Looks like he hasn't missed a beat in the 3 months that he's been out injured. Doro about to lay that into Ansu Fati there, but of course he made the last ditch challenge there. Ansu, good move. And again, the overlap here to Gaia. Gaia back here to Pepelu to Yuksek. Real Madrid playing the high press. Now here is Ansu Fati denied by Courtois. He can't get it back there off Militao. There's a Gaia. Great game he's having. Yuksek as well. And there goes Hugo Doro on the run for the centre here. Hugo Doro's found a bit of space. Doro. Militao somehow again stops him from shooting. Oh, Ansu Fati looked up from you. Ansu Fati scores. If I knew how to do the Bellingham celebration, I would have done it right now. I need to remember how to do that one. I should have done the Rashford celebration. But a great bit of skill there from Ansu Fati, who's been incredible in this game against Real Madrid. He has been unbelievable, showing that talent he does have. and just needs to find again IRO. But a great bit of skill that goes past Militao. And Courtois couldn't deny him. And it's 3-2 here, but obviously in this game we scored twice, and they did score 2 goals back-to-back to level it up. So hopefully later on in this game, there's no heartbreak for us like there was against Barca. And speaking of being robbed here, I don't like the way this has gone. Here's a guy, Mbappe can't get to it thankfully, and that's going to go back to them now with Bellingham. Mbappe was plenty onside there. Here's a guy again on the overlap here. Do I try to score or just play it safe? A minute added on. Edge of the box. Oscar Glausch, good defender from Carvajal, and that should be the end of the game here, referee. That should be 3 points in the bag for us. Yes, it is. Ansu Fati, the former Barcelona wonder kid, gets a big goal for us in this one. Obviously, the first goal we conceded to them shouldn't have happened. It was a kick-off goal straight from, obviously, after we scored. And it is kind of like a cheese goal, a ratty goal that the AI score. Just because you go 2-0 up, they tend to score straight from kick-off. But as you can see, it's a big win against Real Madrid. And a deserved one at that as well, by the way. Ansu Fati, what a game he had. And overall, especially the likes of Jose Gaya, Ustavoda, obviously also Correa, our defence was incredible in this game. Chevalier made some big saves. And obviously the big win for us against one of the best teams in Spain. And up against Keller back here in the UCL, pick up a 2-1 win, with Hugo Dora scoring twice in this one for us here. Up against bottom midfield was Zaragoza for us to pick up a 2-1 win here with Vasquez and Hugo Dora scoring for the 3 points in this one here. And that's going to qualify for the end of today's episode. So we're currently at the top of the table, 5 points clear Barcelona in the first place. Osasuna, by the way, as we did play them at the start of the season, I picked up a no draw against them because they defended incredibly well. They are somehow third in the table on 33 points. So they are having an incredible season. I'm not so sure how they're doing it, but apparently they are one of the best teams in Spain right now, doing incredible for the first half of the season. And this episode will be in the January transfer window, by the way. We've got 20 million left to spend. And the only position I can think about bringing the player ring is left wing, not for a first team player obviously, but for a backup player on the bench. Because Gonzalo Guedes is good, but I do feel like we need a different player just to beat us. We do also have Sergio Canos, but he's not exactly the player that I want to use. He's got no pace. I don't really have any impact on the team when he does come on, from what I've noticed when I've I think I've used him in the series, but I feel like he just wouldn't really have much impact if we did have to bring him on at some point. So I feel like with a 20 million, we could send a left winger. And there's a couple of players added to the shortlist, as you'll see here. We're not going to sell Tolega, by the way. She's put in the transfer request. And we're just going to let him stay here at the club. I'll see. We do have 2 players here. The first one being Benjamin Dominguez, the Argentinian talent here playing for Bologna at this stage of the series. I'm not so sure if he's a Bologna player IRL. But he's playing for them here. 88 pace, 22 years of age. Decent dribbling and shooting, rapid plus play style, 4-star skill moves, and decent roles as well, so we can develop the roles. I keep forgetting that roles are here. Obviously, inside forward already and winger plus already. We need to just develop those to be inside forward and a winger as well. Or we have here Yerame, the Spanish talent here playing for Leon at this stage of the pyramid as well. Similar player, I see less pace, a little bit shorter, the same age, can play obviously the same positions, and just has a bit more end product, I feel like, with the passing and stuff that actually doesn't have the rapid play style. But Yerame will be a bit more expensive with 15 and 19 million being the price range just there for him due to him possibly being Spanish. I'm not too sure what the reason is why he's more expensive, maybe a bit better in stats. That is why maybe Leon just priced him a bit higher than Bologna. I priced Benjamin Dominguez. But let me down below, which one of these 2 players should I bring in to be the backup left wing to Ansu Fati in this series? I was thinking about going for an older player to be a similar player to like Gonzalo Guedes to be the backup. Older players I looked at were too expensive. So someone like Yerame or Dominguez could be great for us. So let me down below which one of these 2 we should sign. Next episode, I'll see Dominguez is cheaper and will be easier to sign that way because we only have 20 million left to spend. We need to consider his wages as well to spend on those. But as you see right now, we're going to show you the stats of the players and how they're performing. I believe right now, our best player is Hugo Dora, 14 goals and 2 assists in the second team, doing incredible things. Ekitike 8 and 4, showing that he is going to be a great striker as well for us. Hugo Dora playing against some lower level teams in the second team is getting more goals and stuff like that other than Ekitike in the first team. Also, Clark with 7 goals, no assists yet for him this season, which is interesting. Sinistera 3 goals, 0 assists. Ansu Fati 3 and 4. He's on a great season right now. And defensively, Correa and Jose Gaya are doing well. See, Lopez will be back from injury properly next episode. We'll give him some first team football to see how he can perform back in the team here over Sinister, so I need to put him back into the first 11. So he is my favourite of the 2 players. I do like Lopez, and hopefully he can get back to being 80 rated, if not go above 80 rating next episode as well. And we're having back from injuries, which you'll have to see. Let me down below which backup player we should sign for the left wing. Should we go for Dominguez or either player that I completely forgot the name of right now, Dominguez or Yerame? And that's going to call it for this one. So if you're going to enjoy it, drop a like video, subscribe to the channel, and also notifications if you miss any videos. When we're ready to subscribers, getting this greatly appreciated. And thank you for watching, and goodbye.